Okay, so sometimes when I walk through these internet streets, I have to definitely ask myself, is this a skit? Is this real? Are people really this dense? Is this privilege or is this just delusion? I don't know. Sometimes I just get stuck. Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. This is Hot Topics with SpillitBoyTV. And yeah, again, just walking through the internet streets. I don't care where you are, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you are, and you run into some of this stuff. And blue, what is it? Blue sky, blue fly, whatever it is. There's so many spaces, but you run into different things and people post it, and you say, "Is this a skit?" Because sometimes you will run into skits, and sometimes it's just real. This thing that I'm gonna share with you, I ran across. This is just a piece of it. There was actually more to it, but here's the piece that I got, and I had to ask myself, is this privilege or delusion? Because I honestly don't think it's a skit. Let me run this for y'all. Just hold your breath and take this all in.
I got a DHS letter in the mail this morning, and I just now opened it. And somebody reported me to the state of Michigan because I'm making money on TikTok, and I drive a 2024 BMW. They have cut my food stamps from almost $4,000 a month down to $88 a month. They are telling me if I want a review that I have to sell my car. So you're telling me if you were on welfare, food stamps, cash assistance, Section 8, you can't drive a nice car? They are forcing me to sell my brand new BMW, or I lose almost $4,000 in food stamps. Not only that, they have taken my cash assistance totally away. They are telling me that Section 8 will no longer be paying 95% of my rent, only 10% of my rent. So I will have to pay a little over $400 a month now instead of $60 a month.
Is this half for real? Now, I looked at this and I'm telling you, I said, I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, I don't believe it's a skit. One, the disgust in her face. I don't believe that heifer was that good of an actress. I don't know what it is she does on TikTok, but I don't believe it's acting. And her mouth tells a story all of its own. She got four teeth, and each one of them four got spaces in between them. So no, I don't believe that she's a fantastic actress. I don't know what she's doing over on TikTok that's bringing her that type of money to be driving a 2024 BMW. But God bless her on whatever it is. I don't believe it's a skit. I believe she was dead cold serious. And so that leaves me to, is it delusion or is it privilege? See, you can even have privilege at the lowest state of being. There's a couple things that I got to go through here that is actually wrong with this situation. The fact that you can obviously afford a BMW is one thing. Now, also, like I said, there's more to that video. She has 7 children by 4 different men. See, there's a whole lot of layers to this foolishness. You fussing about them taking your Section 8 voucher away. The Section 8 was paying 95% of your rent. Now they're paying 10%. And at the 10%, you're talking about having to pay 60. You are literally arguing about paying $60 rent. It's not going to be $400. Where can you live, even in Michigan? Where can you live for $400 a month in a place to accommodate 7 or 8 people? You have 7 children, so that's 8 counting you, and 9 if you got a man. And she looked like the kind that she probably got pets too. Where are you finding a house, a space to accommodate all those people for $400 a month? But you want to continue to pay $60. You want to pay $60. And then you were getting almost $4,000 worth of food stamps a month. A month. So, what were you actually reporting? What were you actually, and you were getting cash assistance. What did you report? That was your income. Because even if the 4 daddies to the 7 children were paying you any type of child support, how did you still get out with $60 rent, $4,000 in food stamps, and cash assistance? So you had to be reporting that nobody was giving you anything. You ain't know where none of them daddies are. And here's the thing. I don't think it's ignorance, because you know how the system works, because you actually opened your mail. You read your mail and you understood your mail. She didn't even seem like she's the person that's dumb and don't know how that system works. You know exactly how you got busted. You knew somebody reported you. She wasn't having a problem with the fact that somebody reported. She didn't sound like she was oblivious to the fact that she should be reporting these things. You're reading it, and then they told you for a review of these things. It all seems very crazy to me. And then they told you to even get a review, you had to sell your car because of the asset. So that actually tells me that the car is paid for. Car's paid for. You have made the kind of money that you could purchase that car and have it as an asset. You really know the system when you play in the system. The fact that you got a letter, this is where the delusion kicks in. The fact that you got a letter, sweetheart, and not the sheriff at your door, because that's welfare fraud. It's fraud. It's federal. That's fraud. You're frauding the government. Assistance for what? If you can afford to purchase a 2024 BMW, what is it that you need assistance on? Why? Why do you need assistance? You don't. Because the thing is, you're not paying anybody anything. You're living off the fat of the land, literally. Literally. And she was so damn disgusted. She had no fear in her whatsoever. That's the privilege part. There was no fear on her at all. You know, like I know, that if you was walking, I couldn't even drive that damn car. I'd be so nervous on a daily basis. Ain't nobody trying to go to federal penitentiary playing around with the government. I couldn't even drive the damn car. I'd be so damn nervous. You know you doing wrong. I just looked at this and I was like, am I actually hearing what I'm hearing? They were breaking me down. They didn't even cut the food stamps off. They cut them down to $88. $88. I know people with one child that they offer $36. $36 and told them that they ain't eligible. You know, they had just a regular old job and told them they weren't eligible to get babysitting money and assistance. And you getting $4,000 a month in food stamps. $4,000. I don't know. I don't even know what to think about this because it just the numbers are just too wild for me. It's just too wild. Where are the baby's daddies? And what are they saying about the baby's daddies? You, even if they were dead, if the baby's daddies was dead and you was getting Social Security for the kids, the numbers wouldn't add up. Like I don't know. I don't know. Now I'm questioning it again as to how real it is. I don't know. It just listen. I came and I pushed my button because I was so disgusted by what I was hearing and looking at her with that mouth of missing teeth and that attitude of somebody's doing me wrong. And I know you know better than if you're on TikTok and you're making money, you know you got to pay somewhere. You filing a 1099? You know, who files a 1099, got a voucher for Section 8, got welfare, and getting food stamps, and you filling out all this paperwork and don't know that you're doing wrong by owning a brand new car. And how did you get reported? Was you talking shit to somebody? Because that's another thing. That's another thing. Or was you somewhere bragging? You somewhere bragging, and the person you bragged to dropped the phone call. See, there's a whole lot of moving parts. Whole lot of moving parts, whole lot of ghetto stuff going on. Welcome to Michigan, honey. Listen, I don't know. I'm perplexed by the whole situation. I don't know. Tell me in them comments, do you think this is real? Do you think she conflated the amounts? You think she's pulling a skit for attention that I obviously just gave her? What are your thoughts? I'm interested to see. You know, when I see some mess, I comes down here to my people and I ask you questions. Leave me a comment. Tell me what are your thoughts on this here mess. And it is a mess. Is this delusion? Is this privilege? Is this a skit? Is this a lie? What is really going on? Let me know what y'all think. And I'll talk to y'all later.